Welcome to Los Altos High School, everyone. Glad you could join us tonight. With James Brewer, I am Andrew Fury, and tonight we have a El Camino Basketball League game between the Los Altos Eagles and the struggling Lynbrook Vikings. The Vikings come in at just 1-14, 0-3 in league play, while Los Altos comes in at 8-6. 3-0 in league play. What's the one key for Lynbrook to pull off the major upset here tonight?
Well, Los Altos is always wanting to run in traffic. They're going to try and knock down, they're going to try to drive to the hoop and then knock it out for a three. So Lynbrook's definitely going to have to hustle on the fast breaks, but they're also going to have to on the offensive side. Los Altos is going to throw a lot of different defensive matchups at them, and when Los Altos runs a zone, they're going to really want to move the ball at that because that is where they are their weakest. They're strongest at man-to-man, but weakest at the zone, so they really need to press in those situations. And we'd like to tell you that this game is brought to you by KMVT's All Sports presenting sponsors, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PAMP doctor today. And by Home Instead Senior Care. Home Instead provides the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead, to them, it's personal.
As a busy mom of 3 kids, I find it extremely convenient to access My Health Online. My Health Online's messaging service allows me to keep in close contact with our doctor.
Being able to email the doctor with questions gave us assurance that they do take an interest in the patients. That's why we've been with PAM for more than 10 years and keep adding members, the newest member.
Ever since Dad died, taking care of Mom is overwhelming. I can't do it on my own.
Sure, my mother needs me, but I just want to be a daughter again.
Mom wants to stay in her home, but needs more help than ever. It just can't be me all the time.
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Home Instead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.
Welcome back to Los Altos High School, everyone, where we are ready to get this divisional game underway. The Los Altos comes in half a game behind Fremont High for first place in the El Camino standings at 3-0 in league play, while Lynbrook comes in tied for last place at the moment, 0-3 in league play. Lynbrook's only win this year was over Livermore Valley Prep, 58-7, and they win the opening tip. Kevin Schoenfield with it, gets it over to Chang, back to Schoenfield. Los Altos opening up in a 2-3 zone, it looked like, and a steal by Vieira. Vieira stutters into the paint. His drop-off pass is stolen by Marshall Chang. Chang gets it over to Schoenfield, the starting point guard.
A little flashy play by Nate Vieira, not able to finish though.
And sloppy ball handling by Schoenfield. Last touched by Vieira and will stay with Lynbrook.
Vieira's obviously going to play him tight all night. It's going to be key for Schoenfield to be able to handle the ball tonight.
And they're virtually the same height, Vieira and Schoenfeld. This should be a great matchup at the point guard position all night. Here's Chang. Chang drives in the paint, the floats one up, off back iron, no good. Rebound to Malvicini. Here's Vieira on his way. Vieira, good bounce pass to Stolores, who misses the layup and gets fouled.
The Thunder from down under, the Australian, Kieran Stolores, with a good play inside. It's really interesting tonight. Lynbrook only has 8 players. As you can see, didn't account for the man on the wing. Los Altos wants to do that in the fast break a lot. They're going to look at the wings. But it's going to be key because Lynbrook only has 8 players, and Los Altos obviously loves to run that fast break. So it's going to be a lot of stamina draining for Lynbrook, and I'll assume by the time we hit the second half, Lynbrook will look gassed.
Yeah, and it's going to be key that they rotate players effectively to keep them as fresh as possible with only 8 suited up, as Brian Lee, the 6'2", 170-pound sophomore, is injured.
And that's huge, too, because Los Altos has a lot of guys who can run the post very well. Stephen Garverick, Kieran Stolores, Joey Malgazini.
Here's out top Schoenfield. Gets it over to Chang. Chang crossing over against Garverick. Out to Schoenfield, who pump fakes. Schoenfield picks it up, almost traveled. Gets it out to Chang with 4 to shoot. Has to take about a 30-footer. Almost baked it in, and Vieira the rebound.
Jimmer range.
Comes on his way. Exactly right. Good pass to Garverick, who had a shot blocked. Both teams shooting extremely cold here in the first minute 25. Out of bounds to Lynbrook.
It is winter.
Yeah,
It is winter.
exactly.
It obviously explains all the shooting problems.
And it's a very cold evening outdoors. Apparently, there's a draft inside as well.
Somebody shut that window.
Over to Schoenfield, who had it poked away and gets it over to Chang. 1-0 Los Altos leading, 6:15 to go in the first. Chang wants to reset. They have 12 to shoot, down to 10. Stuttering and having him poked away is Chang. 7 to shoot. Schoenfield crossing over, and it's poked away and stolen by Vieira. Vieira all the way, good no luck to Garbrick, who lays it in.
Steven can dunk it if he wants to. I've seen him at the gym late at nights. He can throw it down.
And it almost looked like he wanted to there, except the defender got in his way, so he wasn't sure he could make the dunk and just laid it in.
He always wants to.
There's a drive by Victor Yu. Gets it over to Chang. This is Marshall Chang. Hands off to Kevin Chang. Chang now gets it back. Open for three. Got it, and we are tied at 3.
Well, I think he tied his shoelace and then he shot it. He had a lot of space out there, got himself set, knocked it down.
There are 2 Changs on this Lynbrook team that start, Marshall and Kevin, but they spell their names vastly different, and they are not related. Here's Malgacini, who will take a contested 3. That's off the back iron, no good. Long rebound to Garbrick. Gets out to Vieira. Vieira almost traveled. Malgacini, another 3. Got it, this one.
Well, they're running a 2-3 right now, which is a very bad idea because Los Altos is a very good shooter from the outside range.
And we have a blocking foul called.
Well, it's going to be key the whole time. Los Altos is going to really pressure that ball. Nate Vieira, lightning fast hands and lightning fast passes, and he's going to want to run the fast break all night long.
6-3, Eagles with the lead. It will be Victor Yu to throw it in for Lynbrook. Gets it in to newly checked in George Liu. Liu out to Schoenfield. Over to Chang. Chang over to Schoenfield. Schoenfield pounding the dribble. Not a lot of movement, and they're taken away by Vieira all the way. Leans in, misses the layup. 10 no good by Malgacini. And it comes over to you. Lynbrook dodges a bullet.
He likes to do that a lot in the layup lines. He'll take a little jump step in there and then try and leap up, but didn't put enough power behind it that time.
The Vikings need a lot more man movement in their offensive sets. Here's Liu. Liu, an open crease into the paint. Floats it inside. Here's Chang, who gets it blocked. Returned to sender by Garbrick. Vieira no looks up ahead to Malgacini. Malgacini spins, baseline, leans in, had that blocked. A lot of contact, no call. Chang back the other way. 4-on-3 if they hurry. Chang gets robbed, no call. Vieira back the other way.
Possible makeup call.
I think that's what it was, and we have traveling called on Joey Malgacini with 3:38 to go in the quarter. A lot of action and not a lot of scoring.
2 calls seemingly going against Joey in that series. Maybe he played the ref's son in Y-ball or something.
Timeout called by Los Altos now, a 30-second timeout. And what do you think has been the key to this poor shooting start for both teams?
For Los Altos, it's definitely they just haven't been feeling it. In the layup lines, they seemed a little lackadaisical. They were taking left-hand layups with their right hands, sort of taking easy shots in the layup lines. Lynbrook, they're going to have a tough time all night. It's really going to be tough for them to get any shots because inside is almost impossible when you have a man like Steven Garbrick in there who can really just jump up and knock that ball right out of there. And Kieran Stoller is also a very good low-post man, not because he's tall, but because he's very good at using his feet and positioning himself within the low block.
And I think that's why they put Stolors at center instead of the much taller Garbrick.
Yeah, that is definitely the key because he can work that footwork almost perfectly.
Yeah. So it'll be Lynbrook's basketball out of this timeout. Chang into the front court. Chang around a screen. Chang still dribbling, drives, kicks out to Lou, and on the drive we have a foul called. And check on, they call it on Garverick. Steven Garverick picks up his first and the second team foul on Los Altos. Chang will inbound. Gets it out to Schoenfield. Schoenfield back to Chang, who pump fakes. Now wants to reset outside to Schoenfield. Yu drives baseline, cut off, spins to the paint, floats one up from 7. Barely makes iron. Maldacini the rebound. Back comes Vieira. Vieira strutters, good move. Drive baseline, floats one up, way too strong. A little out of control there. Lou the rebound.
Well, he got short on one layup, and then he went too strong on another. Trying to find that perfect mama bear, papa bear, and it was the baby's bear bed that was perfect.
And there's a missed 3 by Chang and a good rebound by Stolores. Vieira back the other way. Over to Garverick, drives, kicks it out to Vieira, swings over to Chen for 3. Way too strong. Maldacini the offensive board and puts it back in.
Well, Lynbrook's never going to find anything by not boxing out, that's for sure. They got to really man up and body against this Los Altos team because they are so fast that they can be out at the three-point line and get an offensive rebound on you.
There's a drive by Chang, stops at the foul line. Shot off the back rim, no good. Rebound to Garverick. Chen comes back the other way. 5-point lead for Los Altos. Vieira. Cross court to Chen. Lobs it to Vieira. Good touch pass inside of Garverick. Got it poked away. Almost stolen. And then a push foul is going to be called on Garverick. That's number 2.
Well, Lynbrook has actually been doing a good job with the 2-3 zone, and that's because they're extending it. That's really what they got to do against this Los Altos team. If they can pressure the ball and try and force them into mistakes.
And so far, their defense has been pretty solid for the Vikings. It's been their offense that has pretty much sputtered so far this year. And this game. Chang walks into the front court. Isolation, steps back over to Yu, pump fakes. Trying to feed inside to Chang, and it's thrown away to Maldacini. Back comes Anthony Ote. Ote recently recovered from that torn ACL. Maldacini will tee up a 3. Got it!
He can knock them down. Joey's one of their sharpest shooters along with Steven Garverick, and that's what's great about their post players. They can go inside and outside on you.
11-3 the score. Chang spins, gets it over to the other Chang. Cross court to Yu. Yu steps back, out top. This is Chai. Haolang Chai. Chang around the screen. Chang drives in the paint, floats one up over a double team, way too strong. Rebound Garverick. Garverick back the other way. In on Yu, floats one up way too strong. Rebound deflected and comes to Marshall Chang.
Should have passed it off to Rogers on that fast break.
Here's Yu trying to feed the cutter Chang, and he's tripped to the ground. A foul on Los Altos.
Well, you can see right here, good motion by the ball, and Joey's just going to knock that down whether he got a hand in his face or not.
47.7 seconds to go in the quarter. It's 11-3 Los Altos. The foul was called on Daniel Rosenbaum, his first and the 14th foul on Los Altos, as there's another foul called against the Eagles on loose ball activity.
Now, some people might be questioning that call, but Rogers had his feet set, but the offender had gone around the hip, which, yes, the offender had gone around the hip, and that will not get you a charge call if the offender has made a valiant effort to dodge the charge.
So it goes on Rogers, his first, and the 15th foul. That one thrown away, taken away by Ote. Ote up ahead, good catch. Swung back to Ote, and the paint his floaters up way off the mark, but a foul is called.
Yeah, he got hacked on the shooting arm, and that led to the missed shot. But Ote's a great shooter, which is probably the story with all of Los Altos, but he can definitely drive and dish. You can see it right here. Watch his right hand as he goes up, just gets whacked on it. Now, free throws was a major key last year with varsity. They missed a lot of them, and a lot of their practices were spent practicing the free throws.
as Ote, right on cue, makes both, so it's a 10-point game. Lynbrook wants to wind down this first half. There's about a 1.5 differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Shot clock's at 22. Chang with it out top, guarded by Maldrasini. 15 to shoot for Chang. Chang now starts his move at 11. Stutters with 9. Chang out, open 3 for Chai, is gone! With 5 seconds left in the quarter, Maldrasini checks the clock at 2. Abenote has to get it up, not in time, and the first quarter's over.
Wow. Well, a pretty low-scoring game. Lynbrook has shown some signs of greatness if they can really adjust during the half and during this little quarter break.
And after a quarter, it's 13-6, Los Altos.
Hi, I'm Ricky Appler with Spartan Sports Camp. Brought to you by the Mountain View High School Athletic Department, Spartan Sports Camp offers multi-sport camps for kids in grades 3 through 6, as well as sport-specific camps for grades 6 through 9. We give campers the opportunity to receive instruction from the Mountain View High School coaching staff and student athletes. Strength camps are also available throughout the summer. For registration info, visit our website at www.spartansportscamp.com. Sessions begin June 10th and run weekly through August 2nd. We look forward to seeing you this summer.
With James Brewer, I'm Andrew Ferry. Welcome back to Los Altos High School. Starting the second quarter, 13-6 Eagles with the lead. Ote starts it against this 2-3 zone. It's swung inside to Garverick. Garverick spins into the paint, floats one up, off back iron, no good. Gets his own miss. And they'll reset. Out toward Rosenbaum, open 3, knew he missed it. Rebound loose underneath, off of Rosenbaum, out of bounds. It will be Lynbrook basketball.
Daniel Rosenbaum, younger brother of Simon Rosenbaum, a graduate of last year, and while that ball just sort of went flying around, Lynbrook got a hand on it, Los Altos got a hand on it, and then Daniel knocked it out of bounds. Great hustle, though, trying to pick it up.
Chang around the screen, stops for 3, way off the mark. Rebound inside to Rogers. It's Rogers, Gerber, and Kleiman, Ote, and Daniel Rosenbaum on the court for Los Altos. It's Rosenbaum pump faking, drives, gets bumped, no call. Rogers into the paint, floats one up, off back iron, no good, and a foul's called.
Yeah, Rogers can power in. He was the tight end for Los Altos football. This is his first year playing varsity basketball. Reminds me a lot of the Daniel Eaton situation last year, except Daniel Eaton eventually didn't play. Again, Conrad just went strong in the post right there, which is what he's got to do.
First free throw is good by Rogers. Los Altos comes in at 8-6 overall, 3-0 in league play. Fremont, the leaders at the moment in the division, at 4-0. A win tonight, though, by Los Altos, and they will be tied for first. Nate Vieira returns for the Eagles. Second free throw is good as well by Rogers. 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the half. Eagles up by 8. They've led by as many as 10. Outside, it's swung around to Chang. Chang stutters, steps back, crosses over, dishes off to Chai around the screen for 3. Short this time, and rebounded by Garverick. Vieira back on his horse. Stutters, stops, backs away. Bouncing it to Rosenbaum in the wing. Swing around to Ote. Vieira, Rosenbaum, good ball movement inside to Rogers. Rogers gets bumped out to Vieira and pulls for 3. Got it!
It's really interesting that Chang is bringing up the ball, considering he is the tallest man on the court for Lynbrook at 6'3".
Lou gets it out to Chai, but he also is the best player for Lynbrook, so that might be a factor. Chang over to Chai. Chai crosses over and steps back. It's outside to newly checked in Alexander Lynn. Now it's swung over to Lou. Chang take the 3, rims it out, no good. Rebound Ote. And Chang really needs to get going if it's going to pull up the upset. Garverick a 3, got it for Stephen Garverick. Timeout Lynbrook.
Well, again, they're going to swing it around the wing, and that's what they got to do. Los Altos is always going to look around that perimeter and get it done. As you can see, what they really want to do, they want to get inside and then kick it out. That's Los Altos' game plan, and Lynbrook has got to be ready for that. Well, KMVT Sports would like to thank Home Instead Senior Care for their continuing support of high school sports programming. Home Instead, to them, it's personal.
So with 5:48 to go in the half and the quarter, 21-6, Los Altos in the lead. They have their largest advantage of the game. And just as the Eagles started to get their hot shooting going, Lynbrook hasn't been able to know how to respond to this run yet. Currently on a 15-3 run are the Eagles. Walking it up is Haoliang Chai. And we have a whistle. Number 31 of Los Altos, Stephen Garverick. I don't know.
Huh. Well, I'm confused. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Maybe the scoreboard wasn't working. That has happened.
Oh, yeah, that's what he did. He signaled 31 to the scorer's table, but it was for the shot clock, not for number 31 on Los Altos, Stephen Garverick. Now we have it sorted out. 5.5 to play in the half. And we have a 5-second violation call. Chang was just sitting there holding the basketball.
I don't know if you see that, but Nate Vieira went to take the ball from Chang, and he just swiped it away from him and threw it to the ref, trying to get in Nate Vieira's head.
Vieira over to Garverick. Back to Vieira. Back to Vieira. Vieira pump fakes, drives out to Rosenbaum, who pump fakes. And now an open three by Vieira's good!
Humor.
They are raining threes here in Los Altos in the second quarter. 5 minutes to go.
Next thing you know, he's going to hit Harlem Globetrotter 4-point shots.
Here's a pass to Chang. Chang around a screen, and an offensive foul is called.
A little bit of a, I think the NBA would have called him after that foul, if you know what I mean with the NBA new introducing of the flop foul. Nate Vieira definitely got pushed a couple more steps than I would normally see him be pushed by.
Garverick over to Vieira, no looks to Rosenbaum, out to Garverick. Cross court, swung around to Vieira. Vieira gets it back. Now Jonathan New with it. Out to Vieira. Good ball movement to Garverick for three. Nails it.
I believe that was a two-pointer.
They're going to call it a two. His toe on the line. 20-point lead for Los Altos. They're on a 20-3 run. Ball deflected out of bounds off of Vieira. Will stay with the Vikings.
Yeah, well, I also think they had Cheng handling the ball because they went to Schoenfeld early, but Nate Vieira was able to shut him down and get a lot of steals off him. So probably they moved to Cheng because he doesn't have a defender who's going to try and quick hand him.
Inbound pass deflected out off of Malgacini. Will stay with Lynbrook.
Yeah, Malgacini would rather have them inbound on the other side of the court. That's why he knocked it out over there.
It will be Schoenfeld to inbound this time. Schoenfeld still looking, and a 5-second violation's called. Another turnover by the Vikings.
Let's see, they had a cutter right there. They had Daniel Wrong right in the post, but he wasn't able to throw it to him.
That's number 22, Daniel Wrong, who's checked in from the first time. And Vieira will take another three. Rimming it no good. Rebound deflected to Schoenfeld. Halfway gone in the second quarter. Schoenfeld in the front court stutters. Hands off. Now inside, intended for Chang, stolen by Garverick. Garverick, 101, and the ball is taken away from him.
Oh, wow. Alexander Lynn, where did that come from? It looked like he was stripping the ball from football. He must have played football. That was incredibly done. Look at that. Garverick has the whole momentum on the court with him, and he just wraps that left arm in there, grabs it with his bicep like it was a football, and ripped it away. Impressive play.
Incredible play. by the 5'11", 185-pound senior, Alexander Lynn.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
As that pass is deflected out of bounds off of Rosenbaum, we'll stay with the Vikings.
Yeah, we'd put that on the top 10. That was very impressive.
Inbounds from Schoenfeld to Chang, back to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld stutters, guarded by Vieira. Out to Chang. Chang crosses over with 14 to shoot. Now it's taken away by Garverick. Rosenbaum back the other way, lobs it to you. Outside, Maldacini pump fakes, drives into the paint, floats one up, got it!
Use those long legs to his advantage right there. A modified Euro step into the lane with a nice floater.
In the front court goes Chai, 28-6, Los Altos with the lead. Pass almost stolen again, and now it is stolen by Rosenbaum. Off the deflection by Maldacini, gets it back. And out to Rosenbaum, they swing it to Vieira. Garverick will take another three. That's way short. Rebound Maldacini. Pump fakes, goes up off glass and rims it home.
Yes, the microwave, a tradition passed on through Los Altos by Mr. Stewart. Last year was no such, and the year before that it was Simon Rosenbaum. This year, Joey Maldacini gets the honors.
And there's traveling violation on Kevin Schoenfeld, number 11.
Watch this right here. Los Altos with the incredible steal. They've had fast hands all night and then moved it off the break, but as you can see, that play was the most spectacular of all jump balls ever. He just came in there at an angle, ripped in the left bicep, pulled it away like it was his own baby that had been stolen from him.
And we have a timeout called by Lynbrook. Again, they're left with 2 for the game. As with 2:29 to go second quarter, it is 30-6 in favor of Los Altos. The Eagles are currently on a 24-3 run.
Well, the one thing you don't want to do, if you're Alexander Lynn's friends, don't ever take anything from him. He'll get it back. Guaranteed.
Definitely.
Guaranteed. I'm surprised they took him out. I mean, it must be for stamina because he really just earned himself a whole lot of playing time from that one play.
Yeah. And
he wants this. He does not want to lose.
He's been one of their best players so far tonight. Mr. Lynn in the dark blue and white. Maldacini into the front court. Maldacini stops, lobs it over to newly checked in Kyle Kumagin. Kumagin drives out to Rosenbaum, over to Maldacini for 3. Got another one! They are on fire from downtown. He's on fire. And finally, a foul is called on Los Altos as Kevin Chang was driving to the basket.
Well, Los Altos is hot from downtown. I think Lynbrook might want to pull an Amari on Los Altos right now. Where's the nearest fire extinguisher? They need to put him out.
2 minutes to go in the half. It's now 33-7 in favor of the Eagles as Chang makes the first free throw. Jonathan Yu will leave for Los Altos, and checking in for the first time is number 21, Bray. Second free throw, rims out and back in for Chang. Makes them both 25-point Los Altos lead. Under 2 minutes to play in the half. Maldacini into the front court. Maldacini lobs it over to Lay. Back to Maldacini, who pump fakes. Maldacini, good touch pass inside to Rosenbaum, who tried to feed inside and kicked out to Kumagin. Kumagin over to Lay. Inside Maldacini, his 7-footer, so swish. It's 35-8. Chang back the other way. 90 seconds to play in the half. Over here's a drive by Yu. He floats one up, rims it out, no good. Marshall Chang, the offensive board, and he puts it back in.
Well, that's what they need to do for Lynbrook. They just need to look at those type of plays when they go into the half right here and try and mount any sort of comeback.
Kumagin fumbles it. And his pass deflected to Maldacini to Rosenbaum, who pump fakes. Good pump fake, and then he drives and lays it in.
Well, basketball runs in the blood of Rosenbaum. He's only a sophomore and on this varsity squad.
Chang lobs it over to Schoenfeld. 45 seconds to go. Schoenfeld out to Yu. Yu pounding the dribble over to Chang. Chang around the screen to his left, steps back, pump fakes, hands off Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld with 15 to shoot, cross it over. Now 12. Out to Yu. Yu to Chang, checks the timer at 6. Chang steps back, deep 2. Back iron miss. Offensive rebound by Chang. Chang drives, lobs it out to Yu. Yu into the paint, tried to feed inside the wrong, and the pass was wrong. Taken away by Kumagan. Kumagan fumbles it and gets it back. Bouncing it, gets it back. Kumagan a 3, way off the mark. And that ends a very eventful first half. Los Altos closes out the half on what would end up being a 34-7 run, and at halftime it's 37-10 Eagles.
My parents are really slowing down. I feel bad I can't always be there for them.
How do I choose between caring for my mother and caring for my own family?
I've been looking into the options, but Dad doesn't want to leave his home. What do I do?
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Home Instead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.
I was at a fire department training, and I had these shooting pains when they just shot right up into my temples. I went to Palo Alto Medical to follow up with my doctor. He found a heart murmur. It turned out to be an aortic aneurysm, which would have killed me had he not caught it. I don't really like going to the doctor, but I truly like going and seeing the guy. He's a great doctor, and he saved my life.
Welcome back to Los Altos High School as we start the second half of play. It's the Eagles, who ended the first half on a 34-7 run, have a 37-10 lead. Here's Chen driving into the paint, kicks out to Stolores. Maldacini crosses over out to Garvik for 3, back iron miss. And a long rebound is tracked down by Garvik. Garvik on the acceleration goes up, gets blocked, and a foul is called.
Good job again, getting in the low post. Kieran showing off the vertical at the start of that one. Garvik drives in and gets the arm barred, I guess I say. The arm was barred. Yeah, we're going to call it an arm bar.
First free there, no good by Garvik as the foul was on Chang. That is Kevin Chang with his first and the first team foul in the half. Second free there, good by Garvik, 38-10 the lead. Chang into the front court. Kevin Chang over to Kevin Yu. Yu high post to Marshall Chang. Marshall gets it blocked by Garvik. Swatted out of there. Coming back is Maldacini. Over to Vieira. Vieira steps back, crosses over. Good move. And then his pass almost stolen, and in fact is stolen by Chang. Chang back the other way, crosses over, stutters, floats one up. Short, no good. Rebound Vieira. And Vieira out of traffic with it. Vieira stutters, between the legs, stops, no looks to Stolores. Swung around to Maldacini. Maldacini to Garvik. Garvik spinning into the paint, outside to Chen. Chen stops, foul line jumper, got it, and it's 40-10.
Yeah, Johnny likes to pull up for the shot. He's not a very hard driver, but he's very good at popping up for a shot.
As Chang on the drive gets bumped, and a foul's called. It goes on number 24, who bumps in number 24. Johnny Chen gets called for the foul. Chang will take it out. 40-10. Los Altos leads. 6:43 to go in the quarter.
His dad also owns a local sushi restaurant. Fun fact.
Yep. Sushi is pretty delicious. Schoenfeld over to Yu. Good bounce pass to wrong. Pump fakes. Goes up again and then gets hacked on the elbow. on a shooting elbow by Joey Malgacini.
Well, obviously he was watching Joey earlier because Joey pulled the same move in the first half, and he pulls it on him. I mean, learn from the master, beat the master. That was an odd free throw.
As Wrong misses.
Sort of picks it up with one hand and then slowly flips it around and then shoots it. Quite interesting. Just one hands it.
Yeah. Very much like Jason Kidd used to shoot free throws, where he picks it up with the right hand and makes sure his elbow is in good shooting position. Malgacini's jumper is short and no good. Dolores fighting in there for the offensive board. Malgacini cross court, Garverick pump fakes, spins, floats one up, high off glass, that's a brick. And rebound to Chang.
Brick. House.
Chang crosses over, fakes the pass, gets it swatted out of there by Garverick.
Hey-oh.
Vieira back the other way. Chen pump fakes. Steps back, Garverick at the high post, pump fakes. Out to Chen. Chen baseline. Garverick driving all the way, floats one up, got it in the infield.
Yeah, well, Steven Garverick, he works out in the gym, and what he does, he takes the football punching bags and gets knocked every time he takes a dribble with his fellow teammates. And you can see right there, that one works perfectly as he just drives it in the lane. As you can see right here, John Garverick came over the back. He's done that a couple times to me on one-on-one. I mean, I've done that to him a couple times in one-on-one. Yeah, that's the story.
5:49 to go, third quarter. It's now 42-11 in favor of Los Altos with the free throw from Garverick. Back iron miss. Rebound deflected by Ote and recovered by Marshall Chang, who gets it over to Hao Liang Chai. Chai over to Yu. Crossing over.
Ball.
It's
jumping up and down for it.
Now Yu open for three. Back iron miss and rebound to Garverick. Out of there is Malgacini with it. A stutter by Vieira and nearly lost it. They'll reset. Vieira near the Los Altos logo. Over to Malgacini, around the screen to his left. Stops at the high post, out to Ote. Over to Vieira. Vieira to the screen on his right, nearly carried the ball, floats it into Garverick, who lays it in.
He's great.
Yeah, 44-11 the score. If you have to pick an MVP of this game, you'd give it to Garverick right now. He's been fantastic. Yu around a screen, out to Chai. Jab step and then the three, way short, not the shot they were looking for. Still Lawrence, headman's out to Ote. 3-on-1, Vieira fakes the pass and lays it in.
Well, it's not fun to Garv based on his talent, but that alone, he sweats gallons of water. I am not joking you. You touch his back and it feels like you've just charged a waterfall. And that can also cause you to miss a couple shots because your hands will be slippery. So a hidden talent of Garverick in the basketball game is his sweat.
Crosses over out to Schoenfeld, and part of that is he plays every possession incredibly hard. And there's a steal by Vieira. All alone will lay it in.
Slowed it down, sped it up. A little fancy.
He did all the work on that play on the defensive end with the pickpocket, the thief. Schoenfeld around the screen, over to Yu for three, and he banks it in.
Backboard.
Lead is 34 for the Eagles with 3:34 and counting to go. Timeout Los Altos in the third quarter.
I think he called it too. Again, look at Stolars right there. Absolutely fabulous. And then Vieira likes to run with the pump fakes. And you can see right here, he just pickpocketed him. And he must have worked with the cast of Les Mis, because if you've seen Les Mis this winter, they actually had a pickpocketing expert for the scene with Sacha Baron Cohen, because he was that good. But we'd like to tell you that KMVT Sports presenting sponsor is the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Southern Health Network. Choose your PAMP doctor today. But yeah, they actually had a pickpocketing expert, a former magician who has James Friedman, British British magician. He's robbed or pickpocketed people such as the Prime Minister of England.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lots of interesting facts coming from you.
I mean, my family's one of those people who like to sit through the whole credits.
Oh, okay.
So I try and find ways to entertain myself. And I saw pickpocketing expert, and I immediately looked up Jaden Friedman, and that's the interesting fact. So if you see Les Mis, watch the credits. They have a pickpocketing expert. I'm not lying to you.
And it's Los Altos with the ball out of the timeout with Rosenbaum in the paint, and the foul is going to be called. It appears that he might have traveled beforehand with 3:23 to go in the quarter.
We dribbled, stopped, and then took another 2 steps. Let's see if I'm right. There's a dribble, and yep, that's about 4. I say we got 4 steps in there.
Yeah. But he works 2 free throws out of it. Score is now 49-14 with that first make. He could hit the half-century mark, and does with that make. 50-14.
If Los Altos hits 100, do we get tacos? Anybody know?
I'm not sure that happens at the high school level.
Throw back to the old days of UCLA, where they used to give out hamburgers at about 100 points.
Here's Vieira on the fast break after Lou lost it, and then he misses, and it's put back and in by Matt Kleiman.
Yes, when my parents were at UCLA, so about a century ago, they used to, since UCLA was so powerful at the time, they would give away, McDonald's was actually the sponsor, and the higher the score UCLA did, they would get Big Macs, milkshakes, fries, depending on the score. And also the Toronto Raptors did that this year, gave out tacos. The coach actually paid for the tacos this year because he didn't go for the basket when they were up by 99. They had 99 points, and if they got to the 100 mark against that team, they would have gotten free tacos.
Very cool. There was a traveling on that possession by Kevin Chang. 52-14. It's out to Ote. Ote stutters. Swung around. Kumagan, a 3. Banked it in! Leads to 41.
That's a double nickel.
And there's a missed layup and a rebound by Wrong. Swung out to George Liu. Chang, a 3. Short. Rebound inside to Daniel Wrong. Liu stutters in the paint, floats one up high off glass, no good, and a foul is called with a $1:49 to go in the quarter.
Speaking of U.S. currency, well, we're going to look at the replay first, and then we'll have my little riddle so he can entertain me. Tell me, Andrew, you want to get 30 cents? You have 2 coins. One of them is not a quarter. How do you get to 30 cents?
With
the 2 coins.
A nickel and a dime?
No, that would be 15. It is a quarter and a nickel. Only one of them is not a quarter, which is the nickel.
Oh, that's a very clever one.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I just found that watching TV.
Okay.
But I mean, I came up with that on my own. What are you talking about?
Of course.
That was all me.
Climbing out to Ote. Just the very inventive James Brewer showing up on Tuesday, January the 15th.
I only show up on 15th.
Yes.
I have a very good work schedule.
Upaluri over to Kumagan, the jumper, short. Rebound almost saved, and it was to Chang. 55-15 the score. Liu. Drive, no looks.
Ooh.
Foul line jumper. Back iron miss by Marshall Chang, and then the pass thrown away, stolen by Kevin Chang. A minute to go in the quarter. Round the screen, steps back for 3, short, rebound, inside to Kleiman. Headman's up ahead to Ote, tracks it down, pump fakes, and Chang blocks it. Ote gets it back, Upaluri lays it in.
Threw that one up from his hip. Wow, that was impressive. Almost like a football pass from Matt Kleiman. Both Ote and Kleiman both play on Los Altos football, or have played. Since it is their senior year, they won't play again.
George Liu knocks in the 3.
Pretty.
And it's 57-18. Kleiman, it swung over to Kumigan, a three. Got it!
Well, he finished his English book report before he shot that one. He had a lot of time.
And a chance for the Vikings hold for the final shot, down by 42. Chang a three, short, rebound inside to the Eagles, but it's thrown away. Chang gets knocked down, throws one up, and he gets wedged in between the backboard and the rim.
Well, if this was halftime at, I believe it was the Wizards game or the Raptors game, if you've seen it, there was a half-court shot that got stuck in the rim. They counted it for $1,000. But watch this, he just threw that one up. Perfect, wow. He took that perfectly. And there was that football pass from Kleiman to Ote where he just got stuffed by Kevin Chen.
So that brings us to the end of the third quarter. It's been all Los Altos after the first, and it's 60-18 Eagles right now. We are ready to start the fourth quarter. James Brewer and Andrew Ferry back with you. It's 60-18. Los Altos in the lead and the ball. Anthony Ote with it. Over to Jonathan Yu. Kumigan to Upaluri into the paint. Pump fake. Spit rips through and floats one up and in. He now has four.
He's practicing that hip shot. That's the second one he's made.
Rog Upaluri. Over to Chai. Driving is Yu. Back to Chai, who stops at the foul line and throws up an air ball. Chang trying to save it, does off of the foot of Ote out of bounds.
Ote's reaction after that, just give a dang. It's a nobody check-in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we don't have 6 players on the court. Thought we did for 6.
It was Marshall Chang checking in, replacing George Liu.
What are we discussing? When we're having dinner after the game? Or?
That's about all we can discuss right now because the game's certainly not in doubt. Schoenfeld, high post, backing in his Chang, into the paint, floats one up and rims it out, no good. Rebound Ote. Ote back the other way. Stutters. Ote driving out of control. Floats one up and almost banked it home. Chang the rebound. Chang back the other way. Chang stutters. Floats one up against contact. No late whistle. And a foul is going to be called. I do think that was the right call.
He played the advantage. This game is brought to you by Home Instead Senior Care. Home Instead, to them, it's personal. And the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. Choose your PAMP doctor today.
We do have a running clock here in the fourth quarter because the lead is greater than 40. And Chang misses the first free throw. 3 team fouls now on each team. That last foul was called on Mac Kleiman, number 23.
You want to take the over or the under on 73 points for Los Altos?
I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go under also.
Yeah.
Neither of us will be going home with a little extra change in our pocket then.
If it was a significantly closer game, I would probably pick over because they've been red hot, but I think they might tone it down for the final 5:50 and counting.
Plus, it doesn't help to have that running clock.
Yeah, exactly. Kleiman. Inside, you had it ripped away by Chang, and he gives it to Chang. To Marshall and Kevin. Lob to Yu. This is Kevin Yu. Drives baseline, floats one up and in. Good move.
What was that all game?
Yeah.
Pulled that out earlier. They might be winning.
A little too late for the Kevin Yu.
Too little, too late.
Yeah. Matt Kleiman inside his floater short. Rebound to Chang, and he dishes it off to Chang.
Day late, $1 short. I got plenty of these. I have a thesaurus with me.
Chang rips it home, and it's now under 40, a 38-point game at 62-24. Into the paint, Kleiman lost it. Los Altos getting a little bit sloppy here. And wrong cross court to Chang. Chang pulls up, he'll take another three. That's a brick. Rebound deflected over to Ote. Ote stutters. Ote, good pass to Kleiman. Great pass to Upaluri, he lays it in.
Well, that's the key to the fast break. Share the ball.
They always say sharing is caring, and they were very caring on that fast break. Yu crosses over. Backdoor cut by Chang. Gets a double team, gets hacked, and a foul's called.
You learned that in preschool. They teach you basketball fundamentals in preschool with sharing is caring. Pay attention. But as you can see right here, Ote to Mac to Upuluri. Easy to. That looks like me on NBA 2K. Just passing all day. Yes, I did rhyme that one on purpose.
Chang misses the first free throw. 4 minutes and counting to go in the quarter. In the game, 64-24 in favor of the Eagles. Second free throw is good. So Chang splits the pair, and it's 64-25. 39-point lead for the Eagles. Chai returns, replacing Kevin Chang. He's probably done for the evening. With the game no longer in doubt. Yu to Upuluri. Upuluri's pass deflected. Somehow gets to Kumagin. Kumagin to Upuluri. Upuluri rips through. Good pass to Yu, and he lays it in.
Inside joke on that one, if you've seen the Soulja Boy, where they go, Yu. That's what I just did.
As the shot is no good by Yu. And it's taken down by Upuluri. Ote on the break. All the way. Floats one up and gets hacked. Foul's called on Kevin Yu.
Well, watch this one. Ote driving in. Gets blocked by Lynbrook, but it was a foul. But that's key. Ote likes to drive it in, and he can definitely draw a contact, and he can knock down a free throw or two. Hitting those in practice.
Ote, normally a pretty good foul shooter, is 3 for 3 today. 2:35 and counting to go in this fourth quarter. 67-24 in favor of the Eagles. And missing the second one is Ote, and rebound to Daniel Wrong. In the front court goes George Liu. Liu crossing over, kicks it out to Chai, and it's thrown away, I believe. No definitive signal by the referees, and I think they're just going to give it to Lynbrook. Didn't see any deflection by Los Altos, but maybe it was close enough where they couldn't make a case it's Viking basketball.
Yeah, I don't think Upuluri touched it, but he definitely flung his arms at it, and the ball did take a weird spiral. I don't know if it hit him or not, but that's probably why they called it.
And it won't affect the outcome of that call. Certainly not in this game. Here's Chai. Chai nearly loses it and then does. Upuluri takes it away and it's deflected to Kleiman, who bounces it on the move to
Brian Lai.
Brian Lay. And it's now Kumagin for 3. That rims out no good. Rebound to Chang, and he gets fouled.
It's going to be Lynbrook ball.
So,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, 80 seconds to go in the game. 67-24 Los Altos. The three-point shooting and total outside shooting woke up at the start of the second quarter, and that's when this game turned. Kleiman bounces it. Good pass to Kumagin, who lays it in. 60 seconds to go. Into the front court goes Lynn, and he'll take the 3 off the back rim, no good. Rebound deflected inside, and a foul's called on Kevin Schoenfeld. His first.
Push.
And
push on 15.
Fifth.
Marshall Chang. I'm going to say it's a push in there.
Oh, okay.
Kevin Kumagin, the offensive-minded sophomore with the easy layup.
Crossing over is Kumagin all the way. He'll float one up and in with the left hand. Making it 71-24. Schoenfeld in the front court. 15 seconds to go. Spinning is Chang out to Wrong. Over to Schoenfeld, back to Wrong. He'll take the elbow jumper, and it's a swish. 5 seconds to go. And Los Altos won't even bother shooting again. A dominant performance by the Eagles, and they are tied with Fremont High for first place in the El Camino standings at 4-0 in league play each. Winning tonight over Lynbrook, 71-26. Final thoughts on this game.
Definitely all hustle. Lynbrook, only 8 players in the game. And at the start, they played out great. They made a valiant attempt at stopping Los Altos, but the fact of the matter was they do not have the bench to keep up. Lost stamina, showed in the second quarter and afterwards. Los Altos with great drives, great three-pointers, and overall just a more dominant effort.
So the producer and director for tonight's game was Bobby Chastain. On cameras, Lisa Tesler, Janet Wu, and Sherlyn Meacham. And a special thanks to Los Altos High School for allowing us to broadcast this basketball game. So that's a wrap here from Los Altos High School, everyone. For James Brewer, I am Andrew Fury. Glad you could join us tonight. And once again, Los Altos defeats Lynbrook in a commanding fashion, 71-26.